Hello everybody, and happy holidays. This is Naughty with you. I had a request from someone to do a video comparing polymer mags to steel mags. Excuse me. Got a bit of a cold here. Anyway, here's the steel mags. I just got these today. I got them from Black Bear Sporting Goods website. They were on sale. They were only $9.50 each, so I ordered a couple of them. Normally at about $15 a piece. And here's one of the Tapco mags that came with my washer. It's polymer, sort of a really hard plastic, I guess. And load this round in here. As you can see, well, I don't know if you can see it or not since the light's kind of behind me. This might be a little bit hard to see, but it's sort of worn right around the there we go, right around the nub there that locks it in. And that's one of the things I'm kind of concerned about with a polymer mag is once you put it in your rifle, and we'll do this of course. Clearly unloaded, so don't wet your panties. Once you put it in your magazine, or put it in your mag well, it locks in by that nub I just showed you. Now, my concern is, like if you're, as you can see, it's on safe. I haven't chambered around or anything. When you're shooting, what if you somehow hit your rifle? Like say you're shooting over a wall, and you go to pull back, and it catches the wall. How likely do you think this piece of plastic is to break? How strong do you think that plastic is? Just this little piece. I don't know. I had to use a grinder on one of my polymer mags. I ordered it online. When it came, it was a little bit thicker, so it wouldn't fit into the mag well. So I had to use a grinder. It's not super hard plastic. It's just hard plastic. That's all it is. And that's a pretty thin piece. I'm not sure how much stress it will hold up against, especially because it's slowly wearing away from use. You know, when you put it in there, there is a little bit of friction. So I think as time goes by, this will get smaller and weaker. I haven't had one break on me yet, but I think it is inevitable that it will. And I think, as much as I hate to admit it, I think it's likely to break if, when you have it seated in your rifle, that if you hit it somehow, or especially like this, that's gonna snap it right off, I think. So I got the new steel mags. They came covered in some grease, like a black grease. I had to clean them up a little bit. There's no rust at all in these. These are Century Arms surplus steel mags. I'm not sure how old they are. Haven't really looked into them that much yet. There's no markings on them. No markings at all on them, as a matter of fact, as far as I can see. Either one. I have a beard hair stuck in this one here. Anyway. Nope, no markings. So I don't know how old these are, but they're solid. There's no rust at all on them, and they feed okay as far as I can tell. I loaded 3 rounds into each one, and I ran it through just by cycling it by hand, and it fed all 3 rounds with no problem. So that's that. And the benefit here is metal. These are metal. So I don't think it's very likely that these will break off. And like if you know, if you hit it somehow this way or this way or this way, and also they seem to fit a little bit more snugly into the rifle than the polymer mags. And let me show you an example. Now, I've got a little bit of wobble to it, and it went in super easy. You can hear how it just sort of snaps in there because there's a little bit extra room for it, right? Now compare it to one of these mags. There's zero wobble. There's no real give to it. And I'm not used to putting in metal mags yet, steel mags. They go in a little bit different than the Tapco, the polymer mags. They just fit slightly different, I guess. You gotta make sure to seat the front end in. There we go. Still getting used to it. There's the nub in the front here on the polymer mags. It's a little bit bigger. It extends out a little bit further, so I think it catches in there a little bit easier. And I don't think you can see it, but it's not quite as pronounced in the steel mags. There. And as you can tell, there's no snap whenever it goes in. Like with the polymer mag, you heard the snap. There's no snap with these. Snap. No snap, but it is locked. So I don't know what to think about that. I think the polymer mag fits a little bit looser. Especially my original two polymer mags, because I've used them a lot longer than the OD green mag that I bought, the polymer OD green. It fits in pretty tight, but I've noticed that even it is starting to loosen up a little bit. So pros and cons. Obviously, your steel mag is prone to rusting. That can the exterior of it can rust up on you, and I think that's about the only con to it. I mean, I can't think of any other con. That and the fact that it's probably a little bit harder to grind it if you need to make it fit somehow or whatever reason. It's going to be harder to grind. Polymer mag, I think it's more fragile. I'm afraid to drop it because I think it might break if I drop it. But I'm going to keep my polymer mags. I'm not going to throw them out. I'll keep them loaded and maybe just kind of have them hanging out at the house for home defense or whatever, so they're not going to get roughed up, and I don't have to worry about breaking them off or anything. But if you can buy cheap polymer mags, I say go for it. In my opinion, the more mags you have, the better off you are, even if they're polymer. So that's just my opinion, one man's opinion. Anyway, thanks for watching if you stuck in this long.